Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm just gonna say, I think you guys might enjoy this one. You know, this is probably one that you've probably been waiting for. A lot of you non-American viewers, or a lot of you younger viewers of the channel. This is the Serif trainer review, right? Now this is an absolute grail for many people. In fact, most of the people I know don't even particularly have much interest in the live blade Serif, but more so the Serif trainer. And you know what? After having just put my Serif trainer back together, and on steel washers this time rather than the phosphor bronze one I had prior, you know, my opinions have changed slightly. And also, just for the sake of this review, I'm running this trainer with the medium weights, as this is how you'll get it in the box, right? Whereas before I was running it with no weights. I do think I still prefer it with no weights. I just think it's... I wanted to just flip something that's going to be a bit more kind of attaining to those of you who are probably looking to pick one of these up. You'll probably play with it with the medium weights in, right? You know, it's a very, very lovely knife. So let's get started. For availability, I can now actually give this a 9 out of 10. We'll give it an 8.5 actually, because one, Prisma blades are basically going to be a staple, right? They'll always be in production, and Serifs are currently in production. However, MachineWise has recently released a new feature on the website where you can custom order different parts. So you can actually order Serif handles with the Prisma trainer blade, with the Prisma trainer blade being, I believe, $60, and the Serif handles being, I believe, $380. And so it comes out to be probably around what this costs, just made anyways. And obviously you can get the cool options such as laser engraving and anodization and all that kind of cool stuff. Maybe not some cool unique patterns like this unless you wait for a drop. But you know, you can definitely custom order one, bespoke order one in whatever color you want, and however format. I think this is probably one of the first times, you know, I'm going to say larger, because I think MachineWise has definitely grown to that staple. A larger Balisong manufacturer now offers you a completely custom kind of building, right? You can have whatever blade you want, whatever handles you want, I believe, except, well, whatever titanium handles, I should say. And they offer whatever anodization you want, as well as laser etching on the blade and the handles. You know, and it's just overall very cool. So I think, you know, price-wise, it's, as a grill, I think it's very nice. You get basically all the benefits of the Serif, with the one, other than the blade. But you get all the beautiful handle machining, you get the incredible sound. Which we'll get to later. And you just get all the kind of the good stuff of the Serif. And, you know, value for money, I'm also going to score this pretty high, because I consider this to be more of an art piece, and so actually I'm gonna you know, double back on myself. I'm gonna change my phrasing. I think as an art piece I can score this very high. As just a flipper, don't get me wrong, it's still very good. Is it my favorite? I wouldn't say so. I do much prefer, you know, the live blade on it. However, with these weights in, I actually do prefer it a little more than I used to, which is why you got to spend quite a while with something like this, especially with the grail level knives. You really got to spend some time with them to kind of really contemplate like kind of how you feel, because there's a lot of kind of other justifications you can do, especially if you're spending your own money on them. You know, you can trick yourself into all sort of mentalities, and I want to give you guys the most honest reviews I can. And yeah, so value for money wise, I'd say it's pretty good. It's not amazing though. Obviously the blade material is like, I honestly have no clue, probably 440. And obviously the handles are, you know, grade 5 titanium, which is the, you know, just standard. You know, even the clones are using the same, well, maybe not the exact same, but allegedly the same grade of titanium. Apparently the same alloy. But, you know, it is very nice here. It is very nice. The colours on it are absolutely wonderful. They're lovely. They look amazing, and so on. When it comes to tolerances, I mean, it's MachineWise, you know, there's a little bit of wiggle, because, you know, the blade is not from this knife and whatnot, and I mean, Here is your play, which is actually pretty high for this, but then again, I'm on a blade that's designed for the fossil run pushers, and also the blade has been... Yeah. This is a Frankenstein product, and it still has, you know, probably about as much play as the Cygnus, to be honest. Ooh, that was quite nice. Yeah, and then, yeah, obviously, you know, yeah, no tap. When it comes to sound, absolutely amazing. Honestly, 9.9 out of 10. Just because I don't know how I feel about the mix between the handles here and the ring from the Prisma blade. So I'm just going to knock off that 0.1 of a point. But really, it just sounds really, really good. Super bouncy, super clacky, really nice. And the ring it's not a bad ring. It's the same as the Prisma ring, in terms of, you know, it's there, and, you know, when you do this, you can get that, you know, the ring to actually like stand out. But it's not something that's really intrusive. It doesn't really inhibit kind of flipping. It's not annoying or whatever. It's actually pretty, not mundane. It's pretty discreet. It's a nice ring. It's there. It's just nice. I don't really have any problems with it, other than I just personally prefer without the ring. The titanium sounds really good hitting against the kind of hollow sound. If anything, it sounds actually a little bit more hollow, especially when dry, than with the actual blade on, which I think is pretty interesting. It definitely sounds, even the handles sound different hitting against this blade than hitting against the live blade, but I still think it's pretty damn good. I really like it. It's a really unique sound. I've always described this to kind of say it kind of sounds like a Lego brick, and I love it. I'm all here for it. You know, a really bouncy Lego brick. Maybe it sounds a bit more like a old-time Lego brick or something, made out of different plastic. But yeah, this is really good. Obviously, titanium handle. Oh, I already covered materials, anyways. Yeah, onto flipping. Here is where I'm gonna say I think this is a very good flipper. For the price, I mean, obviously, you'd expect a very good flipper. I love the length. The size of it is really, really, really nice. I'm really in love with the size. I love that it's slightly longer than you might expect, honestly. And even though I know consciously it's longer, it still kind of acts a bit longer than even I kind of think sometimes. Okay. I'm not very good at chaplains with, you know, handle-wise knives. At least not those ones. Yeah, and so I just, flipping wise, I really have no complaints. It fans phenomenally. This isn't a handlebar setup, right? It fans phenomenally. Obviously it rollovers really well. The chaplains, oh, I messed that up, but it does chaplain also. Actually, chaplain's better like this with the weights in, so yeah, there is that. And obviously it has your 3 different configurations you can have it in. You can have with no weights, with the medium weights as I am now, or with the heavy weights, depending on your bias preference, which I think is a super cool option, right? I think adjustable weights is, you know, a very good feature, and I like that it's slowly trickling its way down from the more expensive knives like this to like the slightly cheaper knives as well. I think it's just a very cool feature to have, adjustable balances, and obviously the switchable blades. You can have whatever blade you want on this, so if someone's selling just a standalone blade, you can probably pick them up and, you know, just plop it in here and you can have a Serif, or all sorts of hideous name combinations that you can make with the MachineWise products, which are equally as hilarious as they are horrendous, like Serif or Slopus. You know, I think Serapus, even that's a bit, it's not great, but it's amusing, and I like it. I like the janky naming convention, even though the official way of naming it is much more elegant. But yeah, so overall, I'm going to give this, you know, a 9 out of 10. I think it flips really well. I enjoy how it flips. It sounds incredible. It's on the pricier side, but this is a grail, right? This is an end-all, be-all of the Balisongs, right? Like, if you could only have one, it would be this, you know? And, you know, just look at my unboxing of this guy, and it's a lot of the same experience. I think if I had received this instead of the actual Serif, I think the only reason I don't like this as much is because I have experience with the Life Blade. And so I do implore you to, if you can get your hands on a Life Blade, do try. Or if you can at least try one out, you know, do give it a go. Because it is different. This is similar, but it is different, for sure. And it has definitely grown on me as well. Especially with the heavier weights inside. I don't know. There's something about it. It's just really charming. I really, really enjoy this knife. And, you know, let me know if you guys want to see more content with it, because I'm more than happy to make that for you guys, or how you'd like to see content formatted, or whatever. So, soon on the channel, upcoming, you will maybe see a Cygnus review, and then we'll take a look at the Cygnus trainer, compare this with the Cygnus trainer. That could be a pretty cool kind of couple videos. I do like the Cygnus trainer. I have tried it out twice now. You know, obviously I've not posted much about it. I'm not going to say anything about it now, other than it is such a nightmare to tune. It's just like getting it to not tap. I think I can do it on one handle, and then it's like, I don't know, it's tough. But anyways, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review, or garnered something from it, you know. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Make sure to leave a comment, like, subscribe, share the video, all that common stuff that you got to say for the YouTube algorithm. And it really helps the channel out, right? We are on our way to eventually 1,000 subscribers and then monetization. At which point, you know, hopefully I can actually get some newer knives on the channel. You know, because for the next little bit, it is going to be mainly, you know, this dude, the Serif, the Cygnus, and some Arm Shark Rep, because that is my entire collection as it stands. So if you would like to, you know, send over a Balisong for review or so, you know, or you'd just like to see my opinions on it, let me know in the comments. You know, you can hit me up on Instagram, for example, if you'd like, you know, and all that good stuff. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.